Hello friends, this is Sumit Kumar Bharti and now I am going to proceed the previous lecture in which we have studied about the one-dimensional motion and solve its problem. So now we will proceed our lecture towards two-dimensional motion, means 2D motion. Now we will study first why it is known as two-dimensional motion. Let us consider this example. This is the ball and it is thrown with initial velocity u, making an angle theta with x-axis. So it is following this motion, it is following this path. Okay, this path is known as what? Projectile path. And during following this path, at each and every point, both x coordinate as well as y coordinate of the ball changes. Just understand this. Let us, at any time the ball will be here, and at another time the ball will be here. At this point the x coordinate is this and y coordinate is this. Similarly, at this point this is x coordinate and this is y coordinate. That's why it is known as 2D motion, because its dimension along x axis and y axis both changes. Okay, so it is all about the projectile motion. Now how generally problems are asked in the question, asked in examination, let us see. In this projectile motion, you have firstly to find how much it distance covered during its total motion in x direction, that is r. I represented it as r. The meaning of r is range, means what is the range of this projectile. Similarly, what is the maximum height, means maximum vertical height from x axis to the topmost point. This height is known as what? Maximum height, means maximum height of the projectile. Or third, we can find what is the time of the flight, means total duration during which the ball is in the motion. So now one by one we will find each of three: h max, time of flight, as well as range. So firstly, understand how to solve this type of problem, any type of two-dimensional problem. First, break it into the two components. This is u, so x component of the initial velocity will be u cos theta and this will be u sin theta. So I have separately written here, this is x directional motion and this is y directional motion. In x direction, first take x direction, ux is u cos theta, means initial velocity in this direction will be u cos theta, and during the entire projectile motion the acceleration will be always towards downward and it is equal to g, means acceleration due to gravity. So this is always towards the vertical downward, and the component of this vertical downward in x direction is what? 0, since it is completely vertical. So acceleration in x is what? 0. And this is the path, this is the total path length in x direction. So we write as s is equal to r, means displacement is what? Range here. Okay, similarly in y direction, if you will consider so in upward direction your initial velocity will be u sin theta, acceleration it will be minus g since it is in negative direction, and third is s, means what is the displacement. So it is the maximum height, s is equal to h max. Okay, now we will solve one by one by using the equation of motion. V is equal to u plus at, s is equal to ut plus half at square, v square is equal to u square plus 2s, as you have studied in the previous lectures or in class 10th also. Okay, so first we will find h max. For h max, this is the y direction motion, so we will take the y direction. In this case, uy is what? U sin theta, already written here. Acceleration is equal to minus g, and at maximum height, means at this point the final velocity will be what? 0, and s is equal to what? H max. So we will use v square is equal to u square plus 2s in y direction. Simply we will put the formula and we will find that h max will be u square sin square theta by 2g, means u is the initial velocity and theta is the angle. So u square sin square by u square sin square theta by 2g will give you what? H max, means maximum height of the projectile. Okay, now we will discuss what is time of flight. Time of flight is actually the total time during which it completely in air, means total duration in which the ball is in air. So this is known as time of flight. Okay, for time of flight we will use simply y directional motion, uy is equal to u sin theta, acceleration y. What I want to say is time of flight is, if we will consider the y direction, so what will the time of flight? Time of flight means the ball go to the highest point and come to the come again to its point, and the total time taken by this in y direction will be equal to time of flight, and during this time of flight the body cover in x direction, that is equal to the range. Okay, so time is you must remember that the time is the quantity which relates both x-axis motion as well as y direction motion. Let us consider it with an example. Let us the body is at this point any time. At this particular time the body is in this length in x direction, and at the same time the height of the body is what, this is the x component and this is the y component of the displacement at the same time. So time is the quantity, time is the factor which relate both x-axis as well as y direction motion. Okay, so here you can find the time of flight by what, by y direction, that initial velocity is in upward direction and again come to this point, the total time you will take. So initial velocity is u sin theta, and final velocity if it reach again at this point, again it will be u sin theta. So because of conservation of energy, since only gravitational force, which is a field force, is working, so here also we will find that the velocity is again u sin theta, but it is in negative direction, so we will take final velocity is minus u sin theta, and y component of acceleration will be what, minus g. So we will find the time by using v is equal to u plus at, so t is equal to v minus u by a, final velocity minus u sin theta minus initial velocity again u sin theta minus u sin theta minus u sin theta minus 2u sin theta by acceleration minus g minus a minus क्या means 2u sin theta by g. So it is the time of flight, means total time during which the ball is in air. And one thing which I have discussed earlier, that time of ascent is equal to time of descent in the case of acceleration, in the case of motion against gravity. Okay, so here also the time of flight means the time of ascent means the time during which it reach its maximum height, means the time taken by point ball to reach here to the maximum height, and time of descent will be again from this point to this point. So here 2u sin theta by g is the total time, so half time will be u sin theta by g, that is known as u sin theta by g. So you can say time of ascent is again u sin theta by g, and time of descent again u sin theta by g, and if you add both then it will be what, 2u sin theta by g. Here we study about we have completed the time of flight. Now we will study what is range. Range is what, during the total time of flight what is the displacement in the x direction. This is what range means, total x डायरेक्शन में जो पाथ कवर किया बॉडी ने वो उसका क्या होगा, रेंज होगा. सो let's understand how we'll find the range. And in practical example we have also heard about different missiles have different range. Range is what, it's the length covered horizontally by that missile. Okay, so similar condition is with here. Ux for range you have to consider the x direction motion because it is in this direction. So you can see here ux is equal to u cos theta, time is equal to 2u sin theta by g as you have find earlier. S is equal, and this is the displacement which you called as kya, r, range means s is equal to r. And you can here since acceleration is in this direction, ax is what, 0, so simply you can use s is equal to vt, s is equal to vt, and v is what, u cos theta into time is given 2u sin theta by g. So range is equal to u square 2 sin theta into cos theta by g, that is r is equal to u square sin 2 theta by g. So this is the range of the projectile. Okay, so we have completed almost every aspects, maximum height, time of flight, range. Now we'll come to the some important point which you must remember. Okay, so let us see here. The first one is what is the maximum range, means I want to say on what angle I throw this ball so that it acquires the range maximum, means it cover the maximum horizontal distance. What should be the angle? So here maximum and minima case is there, which you will read in the calculus. So just understand the concept. For maxima and minima, dr by d theta will be 0, means it is the differential of range with respect to angle, and if we will equate it to 0 then you will find that theta is equal to 45 degree. Yes, presently I know that you will not able to solve this dr by d theta, but just remember it, you will easily find if you will completed your calculus chapter. Okay, so theta is equal to 45 degree, means if throw any ball with angle 45 degree making with x axis, so it will acquire what, maximum range. And the second much important thing which I have already said, that time is the quantity which relates both x and y axis. So if you read this, if you'll understand this point and just absorb the both component and solve, you can easily, without remembering this formula, just understand the concept and solve the problem, solve maximum to maximum problems to enhance or build up your concepts. Okay, now we have completed the projectile motion. Now we will study about the second accept of projectile, that is half projectile. You can see here half projectile. What is its meaning? Its meaning that a ball is thrown from a height, from a tower, you can say of height h, and it is thrown with an angle u, with a velocity u, making an angle theta with the x-axis. So again we will just solve it as you have solved the previous projectile. Just absorb its component. This is u cos theta, this is u sin theta. X direction motion will be initial velocity with u cos theta, and y direction will be in upward direction with u sin theta. So you can write here x axis and y axis. Ux is equal to u cos theta. Acceleration is in x direction, again will be 0, since acceleration due to gravity is vertically downward and there is no any component along x axis. And third thing, in x direction s is equal to r. So here the range will be this, you can see here this will the range of this half projectile. So you can simply use the formula to find the time taken by body to reach here and here, what is the range, and just like the previous lecture, and using the basics concept. So you can also find time of flight, range, velocity just before hitting the ground. So it is simple, so simple. By using simple concepts you can solve the problem of half projectile. Now the third and the last topic of the projectile is the equation of trajectory. Equation, first of all, what is the meaning of equation of trajectory? Equation of trajectory just give us relation between the x coordinate and y coordinate of the body during its motion. Means in this, this is a particular type of problem, you can say that problem can say that let us consider it in problem that it is given at any particular time, if the body is at the height of 5 meter, let us consider 5 meter, then what will the displacement in x direction? Okay, what will be its displacement in x direction? So this is the relation between what, x direction motion and y direction. So how will you solve the problem? I am going just to give you idea and let you have to solve the problem. Firstly you will find the time, and how we will find the time by the y-axis motion. By the y-axis motion you will find the time, means how much time it will take to reach from this point to this point, means this height. Let us consider that at any point it is here. So what is the time taken by the body to reach this point to this point? Initial y velocity will be u sin theta, and here height will be given and acceleration will be minus g. So you can find the time taken by the body to reach this height. Now you use that particular time in your x motion, because the time at which it is at this height, so on the same time it is just this meter, this length forward from the origin, means this will the length. So you will simply use that time in x direction to solve the problem. Okay, so in the next lecture I will come with some problems on projectile, and we will build up our concepts more and more. So thank you very much.